this adorable set of cards and a box to go along with it, and I'm going to show you how to make the box. You can check out the Not Too Shabby channel, and it will give you the tutorial on how I made the cards to go in the box. I have a set of 4 cards using that adorable stamp set. So let me show you how to make this box. Alright, we're going to start with 2 pieces of heavyweight cardstock. Mine is 110 pounds. I mean, even 65 pounds would work because you're going to add a second layer. But one piece is 6.5 by 8.5, and one is 6.5 by 8. Now we'll take the one that's 6.5 by 8.5 and put the 8.5-inch side at the top of the scoreboard. Score at 1/2 inch. Score at 1.5. Score at 7.5. Okay, rotate and score at 1 inch and at 5.5. All right, the other one, we're going to just score at 1 inch on all 4 sides. So with the 6.5 side at the top, score at 1 inch and 5.5, and rotate and score at 1 inch and at 7. All right, now separately I took my die cut machine and I cut out a stitched rectangle. It is 4.5 inches by 3.5, but really any size will do. Now I'm taking the center piece and I am just going to eyeball it so it's about 1 inch away from our score marks on the top and the 2 sides. It'll be a little bit bigger. I'm just going to center it. Now we're going to grab a pencil and I'm just going to draw a pencil line around this. And then I'm going to grab my X-Acto and cut about 1/8 of an inch bigger than that score line. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Go down this side. Because that stitched rectangle piece is going to cover what we have here. So again, I'm staying 1/8 of an inch away from the line that I drew. Okay, so I'm taking this piece out. And I am going to fold on the score lines and burnish. All right, I'm going to grab some adhesive and I am going to fold down. I'll add adhesive here and then fold that down. I find that I am going to be over this line, but will this still fit? Yep, so I'm okay with that. So we'll just put it down there and burnish. And then I'm going to just fold in these side pieces. Well, Next, I'm going to cut off the corners on the bottom. There are 2 squares. We're going to cut those squares off. Okay, I'm going to fold these in all 3 sides. And I am going to take my Distress ink and just distress around the edges. With the same color inks that I had used for the cards. And to blend it, I'm just going to take a spray bottle and just spritz it. And just let that dry. In the meantime, we'll grab this other piece and we're going to do some cutting. Alright, so we have the 6.5 by 8.5. I'm going to make a miter cut. So just 2 cuts to take a little triangle out of the side. And then on the top, we're going to cut on the line, on the score line to that second score mark, like that. And then these side pieces, we're going to cut between this score line and that score line, cut in half. Okay. I'm going to take a corner rounder and round here. All right, and then I'm going to cover this with some paper. So I'll tell you the measurements. All right, so I'm going to take a piece of paper. This is 4 3/8 by 5 3/4, and this is going to go on the back of the box. Now, if you have a stamp or a sticker or something that says handmade by me, you could put it on here on the back of the box if you wish. It's up to you. So I'm going to put that there, and then I've got 2 strips that are 7/8 by 5 3/4, and I'm going to put that on the side of the box. So you'll have just 1/8 of an inch on each side. And I just chose the colors. I didn't use yellow in the card set, but I just chose mostly the colors that would coordinate with the card set. I'll put one on the bottom here. I had a blue also, but I had used scraps and I don't have any left. All right, I'm sorry, this is 7/8 by 4 3/8. And that will go there. And then what we're going to do is I have a little piece of acetate, and I'm going to just add some liquid adhesive. You could use score tape. I found any double-sided permanent adhesive works well to put acetate down. And cut it smaller than the box, smaller than this front of the box, but of course bigger than the open rectangle. And then I'm going to take that white stitched rectangle, and again, you could use liquid adhesive, you could use a double-sided permanent adhesive, and I am going to center this on here. And now I'm going to turn that inside facing up. I'm going to add glue onto here, and I'm going to match this up with the bottom piece. So we'll just stick that down. And now don't forget, you've got, I'm going to fold that in and I'll burnish that so it stays in. So these are the outsides of the box. This is going to be the inside. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to add a little glue to these tabs. This will come up and those tabs will adhere to the inside. And then I'll add some glue to the sides. Oops, I went too far. You don't want to add glue onto those little tabs. And this will come up. And you'll fold that over. And this is where a bone folder can come in handy to get into the box to burnish. I'll turn that way. So I got some ink inside there. If you get something in there, you could just add another piece of paper inside. And then I'm going to take some scissors and just go in about 1/2 inch on this line. That'll help keep the box closed. And you can add a little figure right here. So I'm just going to take the Cheshire Cat. Of course, if it was colored to match the colors we have here, that would be fabulous, but that's okay. And then you can add your cards inside the box. And close it. I need to trim this off a little bit. That'll go like that. And that'll close. And you would add some envelopes, some stamps, and it makes a nice little present. And you could add some envelopes and stamps, and it makes a very nice present. So that is how I made the box for our Meet Me in Wonderland cards from the Not Too Shabby box of the month for February. And that is how I made the box to hold the cards in for the box of the month for Not Too Shabby February 2023. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to check out the tutorial on how I made the cards. That is in the Not Too Shabby channel. The link is in the description box. And as of the time I recorded this, the kit is still available, so go check that out. So that's what I have. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fabulous day.